Well, we're back right here on the program, and right now we're going to get to our guest that we have with us this evening. We have with us right here in the studio Abdulmohsen Alreesh, who is the member of Mostajed group. Abdulmohsen, welcome to our program tonight.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
It's our pleasure for having you this evening right here on the program, and I know you and a group of young Kuwaitis have a website entitled Mostajed.com. Tell us about this site in general, and when did you come up with this idea, and how did you come up with the idea also?
Okay, well, it's not only a site, it's a group. Our group is called Mostajed. A site is part of it, and what it is we are a non-profit organization. Our work is for the students, by the students. Our goal is, we saw that there was a missing link, and we want to fill that link.
Okay, so what are your goals and objectives, the main goals and objectives of Mostajed, the group?
Well, our main focus right now is on freshman students. Freshman students, after graduating from high school, find it tough to transfer from ministries to the cultural office in the States. They have many questions, they have a lot of unanswered things, and they just need help. They need someone to speak to. And
so you're offering basically the link, let's say.
Exactly. Huh? This is the link that we are that we are offering to the students. It's a non-profit organization, once again. And we're a group of students who study in the States, who have recently graduated, who are doing our PhDs, masters, so we are an all-rounder.
Okay, so you're, let's say, the veterans of study in the United States, trying to help out the younger freshmen coming in, correct?
Exactly.
So because when you were students, there wasn't such a thing available. That's why you maybe came up with this idea, you and a group?
That is correct. We started in 2008. My own experience, I came to the States in 2007. I had many unanswered questions. The National Union for Kuwaiti Students, unfortunately, they weren't there for me when I needed them the most. But so we...
I mean, they tried their best, but maybe limited resources, they couldn't...
Unfortunately, I didn't get that much help.
Okay.
So we came up with this group to go and help out all the students, students who need the help, students who can't apply, students who are weak in English, because they are going to the States. They need to know English. So we are there for them. We are their bigger brother, so to say.
And how many members do you have in this group?
It started off with around 5 or 6 students, and every year it keeps increasing because students we help come back and want to help again and help other students. And it's the same thing happening with me. I'm helping students now. Hopefully in a few years they'll go and help my younger brother Omar out, and he's coming to the States hopefully.
Well, that's nice. I mean, it's nice to give back a little bit from your experiences and time to make it easier as a transition for some of the young students who are going into university and college life. But now maybe you could share with our audience watching right now the services that you offer in more detail, please.
Definitely. First thing we do is we go to students at high schools from April, May, around May. We speak to many students. We go to them. We offer a list in which they can write down their names, their phone numbers, their emails, and whether or not they would like to study in the States. After this stage is complete, we take the time to call each and every student to make sure that they still want to go to the States and whether they have the right percentage to get them a scholarship. And if they don't, we offer them alternatives, like such as offset, which a student does not need to have a certain amount of percentage, but they can still go even though they don't have the percentage that they need for the actual scholarship.
So percentage for audience who are watching maybe outside, say like a GPA or so
A GPA,
forth, correct?
So yeah, generally GPA. Ministry generally requires between a 75 and up. Students with a 65 can apply for an offset scholarship. It will be on their own. It will be on their own money, basically. Ministry would cover Ministry would cover the expenses for the tuition and for payments to the actual university. Students would cover their own living expenses, own rent, own food.
Okay, now is this all free of charge?
It's all free of charge. It's a voluntary group. It's a non-profit group. All we need is the students to help.
Okay, well, you really should be commended for then your fine efforts helping all the students right here in the state of Kuwait with their endeavors to get into universities in the United States. Now, if let's say now I was looking at the website earlier myself, and I do have to say it's very user-friendly, simple to go through and everything. And I was knowing that there's a segment, a part where if you click on it, you can see some of the actual students and their experiences where they write about it. So if a new student who hasn't even been to the United States is maybe a little apprehensive, nervous, or afraid, which many people are, it's very normal.
That's correct.
They can kind of have some of their questions answered by the actual students themselves.
Exactly, and that is a very nice feature we have. Students can go and see what other students are saying about certain cities or states, certain universities or colleges, majors and degrees. They can see what students are saying, because sometimes an adult telling you the questions are different, because it's a different generation.
Sure.
Different people
More
have
of
gone
the same age group. You can
exactly.
relate to
it's
each
close,
other.
So we can relate. It's easier to talk to someone your age and someone 10, 15, 20 years older than you.
Well, that's really nice, Abdulmohsen, and so many great things that you've been doing there. Now, you talked earlier at the top of our interview a little bit about your experiences and so forth, but tell us a little bit more about that. Where are you now? Have you graduated? Are you in your PhD? Tell us what you are doing.
I'm going into my 4th year of university now, bachelor's degree. I'm studying architecture at the University of Arizona in Tucson.
Okay.
It's a beautiful university. People have a misconception that Tucson,
That's
Arizona.
a nice place to be, though, Arizona.
Exactly. I love Arizona. People think that it's a desert, but it's not really. It does have a desert lifestyle.
Sure. The climate and
exactly.
that is very warm and so forth.
It's cooler than Kuwait. It's
okay.
a little bit cooler than Kuwait, not as humid.
Especially these days with the weather
Definitely,
here, we're having
the humidity is
extremely
killing
hot.
us, exactly. Like I said about Mostajed,